National Voters' Day is observed to commemorate the founding day of the Election Commission of India, which was established on this day in the year 1950. It was first celebrated on 25th January 2011. This day is observed to encourage, facilitate, and maximize enrollment in electoral roll, to sensitize and to spread awareness for an informed and enhanced participation in the electoral process. National Voters' Day is celebrated at the national, state, district, constituency, and polling booth levels, making it one of the largest celebrations in the country. The theme for this year NVD is Nothing Like Voting, I Vote for Sure. It is dedicated to voters, which convey individuals' participation in the electoral process through the power of one's vote. A very good afternoon, one and all. First and foremost, I give my utmost gratitude to our Almighty God for blessing us this day. It is indeed my pleasure to be your host on this auspicious occasion. This afternoon, we are honored to have in our midst dignified and eminent figure, our respected Chief Electoral Officer, Shri Shashank V. Shekhar IAS, and Deputy Chief Commissioner and District Election Officer, Kohima, Shri Shanavas C. IAS. A very warm welcome to you, sir. I would also like to welcome all administrative head of departments, HODs, officers, political parties, NGOs, CSOs, BLOs, state PWD icons, council members from different villages, students, young voters, media personnel, and all who have come from far and near to make this program a grand success. Welcome you all to the 30th National Voters' Day 2023. I believe that this celebration will create an impact and impart a sense of a responsible voter. Let me quickly highlight the order of this program. State-level program for celebration of 30th National Voters' Day 2023. Theme, Nothing Like Voting, I Vote for Sure. Date, 25th January 2023. Time, 1 a.m. Venue, Hotel Jaffel, Zuku Hall, Kohima. Compere, Ms. Iliho Kiho. Welcome at address, Shri Rokovityo KJ, Additional Chief Electoral Officer, Nagaland. Perspective and background, Shri Shanavas C. IAS, Deputy Commissioner and District Election Officer, Kohima. Presenting the message of the Chief Election Commissioner of India. Special number, My Vote is My Future, Mr. Niasang Ong and Mr. Vishetu Kasho, Mount Hermon Higher Secondary School, Kohima, participants in the ECI's National Voters Awareness Contest 2022. Presentation of awards, felicitation of village councils for resolving for a free and fair election. Message from first-time voters, solo song presentation by person with disability, Shri Mratu Achumi. Administering of NVD pledge and speech, Shri V. Shashank Shekhar, IAS Chief Electoral Officer, Nagaland. Launching of the song, May Bharat Hu. Vote of thanks, Srimati Sharon Longshari, NCS, Joint Chief Electoral Officer, Nagaland. And then the closing by playing of national anthem. So to get into the program, now I call upon Shri Rokovityo KJ, Additional Chief Electoral Officer, Nagaland, for the welcome address.
Good afternoon to you all. Respected Chief Electoral Officer Nagaland, Shri Shashank Shekhar, Deputy Commissioner and District Election Officer Kohima, Shri Shanavas C, senior government officials, my colleague, and our esteemed guests. I, on behalf of the Election Commission of India and Chief Electoral Officer Nagaland, warmly welcome you all to this celebration of 13th National Voters' Day 2023. This day is celebrated throughout the country dedicating the constitutional right enthroned on us by the founding fathers of the nation, by who granted the right to adult suffrage to every citizen, irrespective of caste, race, creed, or community. So this year the theme for the 13th National Voters Day is nothing like voting. I vote for sure. Now on this occasion, I would like to express my warm welcome particularly to some of our esteemed guests who are here with us today. And they are all the awardees on this National Voters Day. Chairman Nyuku Village, Chairman Hisama Village, Chairman Kirupama Village, first time voters, then Sri Mukato Achumi, who will be presenting a song on solo, representing peoples with disability. Then Yang Ong and Bishato Kasho of Mount Harmon School, Kohima, who participated in Election Commission of India National Voters Awareness Contest 2022, and I'm going to present a special number on this occasion. In conclusion, I would like to take this opportunity to wish everyone a very happy National Voters Day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, for perspective and background, I call upon Sri Shanavasi IAS Deputy Commissioner and District Election Officer, Kohima. Sir, you may take your time.
Thank you, Combe, for the day, Ms. Siliho. Most respected Chief Electoral Officer, Nagaland, Sri Shashank Shekhar IAS, senior officials from the Election Department, SP Kohima, Principal Director School Education, other officers, media, dear students, very good afternoon all of you. So when we talk about the perspective of the National Voters Day, some moments back, the Combe said it was first celebrated in the year 2011, 25th of January. So this day has some special mention, 25th of January, because tomorrow is 26th of January, the Republic Day of the country. And India became the Republic in 1950, January 26, and the Election Commission also was formed in the same year. A country has become a republic in the hope that this democracy, what we are holding on to, it will stay on forever. And till date, India as a country is the largest democracy in the world. And we are able to conduct elections, we are able to form the governments in the state level, national level, and the democracy is upheld. So with this hope, even now, this year has a special relevance when we celebrate the National Voters Day, because this year Nagaland is going to the polls. We are going for the elections on 27th of February. So the theme for the election, as it's written here, nothing like voting, I vote for sure. And the three main points when we discuss about the election is, the election has to be participative, the election has to be inclusive, and the election has to be accessible. So nothing like voting, I vote for sure. I especially want to encourage all the young voters, the dear students and the youngsters sitting here. It has a lot of relevance, because if we are not participating in the election, but we are just criticizing the government form, it is just like without knowing anything about football, watching a football match from the balcony and criticizing the players. So we have to go to the field and we have to play. So when each and every one of us decide that we will participate in the election, we will exercise our right to vote without any influence, then the election will become participative and the election will become free and fair. We have some 3 villages here and more villages to come in the days who have declared that they will go for the clean and free and fair election. We need more such villages and public coming forward to ensure that the election will be festive and the election will be free from any influence and people exercise the vote in a very festive mood. And we, the election missionary, we will ensure that the election is conducted in a very peaceful atmosphere and there are no law and order issues so that everyone can come out and vote. At the same time, this year election, when we talk about the inclusivity of the election commission even has decided that all the people with differential abilities, more than 40% of the disability, they have an option to choose for postal ballot this time. So election commission is going towards making the election more and more inclusive, and we, all the district election officers and even the chief electoral officer, the office, we are ensuring that the required assured minimum facilities in all the polling stations will be in place when the public will go out to vote on 27th of February. So once again, all the dear young voters and all the award winners and all the villages, please advocate the message for free and fair election, also the participative election, and there is no influence of liquor, money or any substance used in this election. We are committed to having a very peaceful election this time and making sure that we have a better future waiting for us and we elect the best government, the best leaders who can govern us in the years to come. With this perspective and background, I wish all of us sitting here a very happy National Voters' Day. Thank you.
Now we'll be having the presenting the message of the Chief Election Commissioner of India.
January 2023 is the 13th National Voter Day. I am immensely delighted to greet every citizen of India on the occasion of the 13th National Voter Day. The Election Commission of India was established on 25th January 1950. That means a day before 26th January 1950. It was a momentous milestone for Indian democracy. Lest you forget this date and its importance, ECI celebrates 25th January every year as the National Voters' Day. Voter is the backbone of democracy, and that is why ECI has dedicated its foundation day to the voter. As you know, the magnitude and scale of Indian election is mind-blowing. We are the largest and most vibrant democracy in the world. Actually, democracy is in the DNA of every Indian, and we are striving to reach out to facilitate all those voters who, for a variety of reasons, do not vote. Major reasons include urban apathy, youth apathy, domestic migrants and others as well. Today, I thank every voter of India for their enthusiastic electoral participation, election after election, and their strict vigilance for ensuring free, fair and ethical elections in the country. For this, we are grateful and beholden to our voters. I must thank the large election machinery of India as well, which has conducted every election with total precision and perfection, as a clock moves, almost a Six Sigma activity. And I am especially thankful to our 10 lakh booth level officers, BLOs, for their seminal contribution in the delivery of electoral services. I thank all the political parties from the bottom of my heart for their cooperation and support and every step in the great journey of Indian elections. Dialogue, consensus and mutual goodwill are the hallmark of our electoral system in democracy. After voters, political parties are the biggest stakeholders. Political parties are the trusted partners of ECI in exploring electoral reforms. We are truly grateful and look forward to regular dialogue in future in a spirit of mutual trust. Trust of every stakeholder is the biggest asset of the Commission, and ECI has earned this trust due to its non-partisan and professional conduct of elections after elections. And that is why ECI has been chosen to lead the election integrity cohort of the election management bodies and electoral authorities world over. ECI also conducts training courses in election management for all over democracies. We are actually internationally recognized in delivering as one of the most robust and best elections. The number of electors, I must inform you, in India have increased from about 17 crores in 1951 to about 94.5 crores now. Our voter turnout was about 44.87% in 1951-52 elections, and which has increased now to 67.4%. Still, there are about 30 crore electors who, for variety of reasons, did not cast their vote in the parliamentary election in 2019. The different reasons of their non-participation are like the urban apathy, youth apathy, and domestic migrants. Last year, the Representation of the People Act 1950 was amended to provide for 4 qualifying dates, first of every quarter of the year, for enrollment as a voter instead of a single qualifying date of 1st January every year. Thus now, no one will have to wait for a year to become a voter after attaining the age of 18. Not only that, even a 17-year-old prospective voter can now pre-register. His/her name will be added in the electoral roll after he or she becomes 18. From the Commission side, the voter card will be delivered by speed post. I appeal to all youngsters to avail these facilities and become proud voters. To inform you, we have received about 11 lakh advance applications from prospective voters of 17 to 18 years. During the summary revision, the Commission laid great emphasis on transparency of the revision process apart from the health, purity, and inclusiveness of the electoral roll. A special focus was given to the inclusion of youth, women, third gender people, and persons with disability. Due to these efforts, we now have about 1.43 crore first-time voters in the age group of 18 to 19 and about 2 crore senior citizens, that means 80 years and plus voters. Of that, over 3 lakhs are centenarian voters, 100 plus. We also have about 85 lakh persons with disability voters in our roll and 47,500 third gender voters. A special focus of the 13th National Voter Day is the young and prospective voters, because they hold the key to the future of our democracy. Young people have a lot to offer to the society in the form of energy, innovation, creativity, and fresh perspectives. Every electoral participation promotes active citizenship and social responsibility. Today, I wish to emphasize that the youth should never shy away from voting. Your electoral apathy is neither in your own interest nor in the interest of the nation. Being a young nation, your stake in the democracy is the highest. So don't underestimate the importance or the power of your vote. This is my appeal to youth. Dear youth, voting is a unique experience. Actually, there is nothing else like voting. Everyone must experience the joy of voting. Therefore, the theme for this year's NBD is nothing like voting, I vote for sure. I want you all to own up this theme, believe in it, share it amongst your friends, and display it wherever possible. But the most important thing is that you must actually experience the joy of voting in the next election. We are launching the मैं भारत हूँ, हम भारत के मतदाता हैं song for you. The link of this will be available on our website and social media channels of ECI after 1 p.m. on 25th January. I am sure you will like it. The Election Commission of India is committed to cleaning up of the election space by curbing misuse of money and muscle power. We are pursuing electoral reforms, strictly enforcing the law and equipping voters with the information furnished by the candidates in their affidavits, including their criminal antecedents, if any. We are using technology to facilitate both the voters and the candidates. The Commission also has developed a C-Vigil app through which voters can lodge complaints of any violations during the elections, and our team gets their latitude and longitude automatically and respond within 100 minutes timeline. C-Vigil actually means vigilant citizenry. Vote is the means by which people exercise their political sovereignty in a democracy. On the occasion of NVD today, let's renew our resolve to safeguard our country's rich democratic tradition of free, fair and peaceful elections, and reaffirm our deep faith in democratic process. Once again, I extend my heartiest congratulations and best wishes to every voter of the country on the occasion of National Voter Day. I urge every eligible citizen to enroll as a voter and participate in the elections, as nothing like voting, I vote for sure. Jai Hind.
Now, I would like to take this time for the presentation of awards. Firstly, for state and district level, I request our respected CEO to kindly come forward and do the honor of presenting the award. As I call out your name, you may kindly come forward and receive the award. For Best Electoral Award 2023, it is presented to Shri Thavasalan K, IAS Principal, Director, School Education Department, Government of Nagaland, for his novel initiatives on systematic voters education and electoral participation during his tenure as the DC and DEO of Mon District. Next, we have Best Electoral Award for 2023 for the successful security management during the conduct of general election to Lok Sabha 2019 as the SP of Mon District, and it is presented to Shri Imna Lensa, IPS, SP Kohima. Next, Best Electoral Award 2023 is presented to Shri Awa Lorin, Joint CEO and State Nodal Officer for Electoral Roll, for his contribution in the smooth management of State Electoral Roll. Special Award 2023 is presented to Ms. Ketuse Kromu, AEO MIS, for her contribution on IT application and electoral management in the state. Next, for district level award, I would like to call out the names of Best BLO of Assembly Constituency under Kohima District. We have Shri Petanil Hozenyu, Primary Teacher GHSS, Sechu Zubza, from Polling Station 7, Kiprutema Bawe, under 8 Western Angami. Next, we have Srimati Chandarai, UDA Registrar, Cooperative Office, from Polling Station number 15, Chanmari, under 9 Kohima Town. Next, we have Shri Kepolinyo Yome, Draftsman Forest Department, Polling Station number 2, under 10 Northern Angami. Next, we have Shri Viswasthi Nurul, Head Teacher, GMS Nirhe Model Village, BLO of Polling Station number 38, Nirhe Model Village, under 11 Northern Angami 2. Next, we have Shri Adole Yokha, Family Welfare Assistant, CHCV Swema, BLO polling station number 18, under 14 Southern Angami 1. And next we have Shri Sekoto Kinso, SAPWD, BLO polling station number 10, under 15 Southern Angami 2. Also, as part of Young Voters Festival 2022, poster with slogan competition on the theme Ethical Voting was conducted, and the winners for this competition are as follows. In first place, we have Miss Roko Prenyo Kiseze from Mount Hermon School, Kohima. In second place, we have Ms. Dijeni Nyoketise from Mazar Higher Secondary School, Kohima. In third position, we have Ms. Menyobi Lezoto from G. Rio School, Kohima. Okay, so now we have another award, that is the Special Mention Award for National Voter Awareness Contest 2022 in the slogan writing category, and the award is presented to Miss Khotelukurhe, winner of National Voters Awareness Contest. Miss Khotelukurhe. Thank you, sir. Also, we have two winners from Dimapur and Mon district. They are being felicitated at their district. Their names are Mr. Alim Chuba and Mr. Jingjam Wakhan from Mon College. And we have we will be having a felicitation for the village councils for resolving for a free and fair election. For this, I would like to call upon our DC and DO to kindly do the honor of presenting. These village councils have come forward with the resolution for free and fair election. So your actions are appreciated, and we believe that this act will be an example for many to join the resolution for a free and fair election. On the list, we have Shri Kaketo Jumomi, Chairman, Nihoku Village Council, Newland. Next, we have Shri Village Yopinya, Chairman, Tizama Village Council, Kohima. Yabio, Chairman, Kirupema Basa Village Council, Kohima. Also, I would like to take this time for presenting appreciation certificate and NVD badge to the first-time voters. We have Miss Christy Sophie, daughter of Mrs. Alan Sophie from AC9, polling station 35. Next, we have Miss Hejodino Biprezozao, daughter of Biprezozao from AC8, polling station number 18. Thank you, sir. Big congratulations to all the awardees. Now, we have message from first-time voters. You may please come and take your time, one after another.
Good morning, respected Chairperson, honorable dignitaries, distinguished officers, and esteemed guests. On this day, 13th January, on this 13th National Voters Day, 2023, it is a great privilege for me to stand here and voice my opinions as a first-time voter. When we study about our political system, everything appears to be plain and simple, and we understand that a person has the right to vote for the candidates of their choice. But reality presents a very different picture. Getting to vote should make me feel like I have an important part to play. But now that I am old enough to vote, I am beginning to wonder, the value of my vote, is it really there? Will my vote make a difference? I heard of many stories and experience of people who have voted, and unfortunately, they are not very good ones. One of my seniors told me a story about proxy voting, and it goes like this. A friend of his was proudly showcasing his finger, which was full of election ink. Now, if one person gets 1 mark, how could they permit him to vote again and again? Here in this story, there's 2 things that surprised me. First was that this person was showing off his multiple votes. Now, how does he not realize that this behavior of his he is literally showing that they are a slave to money? And unfortunately, proxy voting is so common that when elections come around, people joke about how they're going to get richer. And even citizens have become so indifferent to this proxy voting that they have become indifferent to such malpractices. Now, the second thing that surprised me more was how the polling officers could allow such a thing to occur under their watch. What is the point of them being there if they turn a blind eye to such happenings? Incidents like this make me feel like even if I vote, I will make a difference. I am certain that I am not the only one who feels this way. Many new voters might share the same feelings. Being a democracy, is this really the way things should be like? If the present generation grows up feeling this way, then their votes are without much value, we will surely influence the next generation and the cycle will continue. Will the system ever change? If the political bodies are okay with the prevailing voting system, does this not show that they are more obsessed with power rather than care for its people? And if this is so, I cannot help but feel disappointed as a first-time voter. I have hopes and expectations that we can surely change, and I look forward to the day when I can be a proud voter. As of now, it is my firm resolution that I will never ever sell my vote, nor will I abstain from voting, so as to prevent others from proxy voting in my name. I have a vote, and I will vote for the candidate of my choice. I have a vote, and I will vote with the faith that my vote will count. Nothing like him, I vote for sure. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Turning the age of 18, probably the most anticipated idea or event that almost every 18-year-old, including myself, look forward to is, well, first, getting my driver's license, and second, being able to finally cast my own vote. I think they're both a symbolic cutoff point from our childhood life. It is a fact that when we turn 18, we start making decisions of our own, while also being conscious of the community. We tend to look for recognition in bigger picture accomplishments. So realizing that I can vote and knowing that my or our decisions finally matter to the society without any justification in participation, it is a very overwhelming and proud moment. Growing up, I have witnessed my parents and older family members casting their votes in every 5 years. I couldn't understand why sometimes they would be indecisive and stressed just to choose someone who would take turns to control our state. I remember when I first experienced appointing a leader, that was during my primary school. We had to pick our class monitor and our house captains for our class. And being the innocent kids we would call out our best friends' names to become the class monitor just because we were close to them. And if we didn't call out their names, they would get upset. It was a mutual blackmail among friendships at that time. Now, being 18 and reaching the age of pre-adulthood, I feel that I finally am accepted for my actions in society. I now perhaps have the power to make someone win in the elections. To choose leaders not over bribe or blackmail, but because of the welfare of the society and my country, and also to see my parents not have to worry about their payrolls on time. Our generation today have been influenced so much by the outside world and their lifestyles, and we can't help it since our world's environment and trends are changing faster than before. Our state, on the other hand, is not even close to civilization. And in a country like ours, of course, there are endless loopholes, as the whole system of democracy in itself is a fallacy, where the party or man in power has every option to bend the rules, which best suits his or her own ideology, or the citizens themselves who fall into bribery. But we, the fresh voters, still hope that there will be a free and fair election among all of us. We are excited to finally be able to vote and make the right decision for us, to be ready to be responsible for our actions, and hope for the best results in our state. I can say that we all have the power inside of us to change the world. And so, leaders, don't disappoint us, and I hope you make the best abilities of your power to change our Nagaland. Thank you.
Now we have solo song presentation by person with disability, Sri Mangado Achumi.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know that there are weaknesses in each and every one of us, but I also believe that there is a hero in each and every one of us. Happy National Voters Day. There's a flower in the smallest garden, reaching for the light. There's a candle in the darkest corner, burning clear and bright. There is amazing strength in a willing hand. There are victories that you never planned. There's a hero in everybody's heart. I am tired of everybody, clear and bright. There's a power in the faintest heartbeat, not be denied. Go on and trust yourself. You can write the way. You're gonna take your dreams where they've never been. There's a hero in everybody's heart. trust yourself. You can write the will. You're gonna take your dreams where they've never been. There's a hero in everybody's heart. There's a hero in everybody's heart.
Thank you for the beautiful song. Now I give this time to our Chief Electoral Officer for administering the MVD pledge followed by his speech. So kindly come and take your time.
I hope everyone can hear at the back also. We, the citizens of India, having abiding faith in democracy, hereby pledge to uphold the democratic traditions of our country and the dignity of free, fair, and peaceful elections, and to vote in every election fearlessly and without being influenced by considerations of religion, race, caste, community, language, or any inducement. Thank you. You can all be seated. It is wonderful to be here with all of you. DC Kohima, Sri Shanwas, SP Kohima, Sri Inna Lensa, Sri Thausilan, Additional CEO, Mr. Rocco, and all the officers from CEO's office, including the officers from the civil service, Nagaland civil service, who are attached to our office. All the awardees, first-time voters, friends from the media, and all those who are present here physically. And we are happy to tell you that this program is also being telecast, live streamed. So we have shared that YouTube link. I don't know if some of your friends you could share, and are also, I'm sure they have joined online also. National Voters Day, we just heard from other speakers also before me. It is celebrated throughout the country on 25th January every year. So as we are celebrating in every state, similar programs are being held in every state, similar audience is there. And at the central level, the Commission is also organizing, where the Honorable President is the chief guest for the national level program. Today we are celebrating the 13th National Voters Day. The theme we know is nothing like voting, I vote for sure. And this day is a reminder for all the citizens to remember our rights and responsibilities as voters. This time there is an added significance due to the forthcoming assembly elections in Nagaland. We all know 27th February is the voting and 2nd March is the counting. During one of the earlier NVD is short for National Voters Day, celebrations at the national level in Delhi, the then Honorable President had said that, President of India, had said that on National Voters' Day he would like to remind that we should always respect the valuable right to vote. That time Mr. Ramnath Kovind was the president, so I am quoting from his speech. We should never take it for granted. The right to vote is not a simple right. People around the world have struggled a lot for this. Even in countries like the US, the citizens had to struggle for a long time before they got the right to vote. In the United Kingdom also, I'm sure many of you know, and this again I'm quoting from the president's speech, the then president's. Women had to struggle in the United Kingdom for a long time before they got the right to vote. So initially only men were given the right for voting in the United Kingdom. Since independence, our constitution has given equal voting rights to all citizens without any discrimination on the basis of merit, religion, race, caste. For this, we are indebted to the makers of our constitution. He had added that it is the responsibility of all of us, especially our youth, who get the right to vote for the first time, to exercise their franchise with the utmost sincerity and inspire others also to do so. He had also referred to the deep and ancient roots of democracy in our country. On this day, we recognize and felicitate the efforts of various stakeholders who have contributed to a better electoral system. It gives me great happiness to congratulate the winners of our state level awards. They have worked hard and diligently and are setting an inspiring example for others also to follow. Sri Thausilan, Sri Imna Lensa, Ms. Ketuse, Sri Awa Lauren. We wish you the very best in the future also. Many of you may know or may not know that the ERONet, the entire voters list in the country has been put online onto a database, even the registration, any changes required. It is all there in that database. It is one of the largest in the country after the Aadhaar database. So crores of voters are enrolled in that ERONet, we call it. And I'm sure all of us are happy to know about the 3 villages who are present here, whose chairpersons of the councils are present here, who have passed resolutions that they will ensure a free and fair election without accepting any inducement, money, etc. for their votes. Nihirka under Newland district, Tizama and Kirufema Basa under Kohima. We just acknowledged and appreciated them. We hope many other villages, if not all, will follow their example. It is also wonderful to hear from our first-time voters. May they also experience the thrill and joy of being part of this great democratic exercise, our forthcoming elections. Our other participants, I'm sure in the vote of thanks also they'll be mentioned. The special number was there, and the song which we heard just now from Sri Mugato. I'm sure you have all enjoyed these parts of the program also. While congratulating the awardees, I would like to mention that there are many more who have been working very hard, very selflessly, state level, national level, district level, whom also we would like to appreciate and felicitate. Today it may not be possible, but I'm sure all of us together, we will do that in the coming days and the years also. The young voters, first-time voters, as I said, it's wonderful to hear from you and to have you here. I see more are present in the audience also. 2 of them spoke. I remember one close relative, very intelligent, very wise, like an elder brother. He was once saying that young persons, boys and girls, are very intelligent, logical, and would like to see proof for what is told to them. So if you simply try to say, do this, do that, the young people may not really follow us. We have to convince them. Hope we could communicate through this program and through all our other programs the importance of elections, of free and fair elections to you. We hope to continue our interaction and dialogue in the coming days. I would also like to add, and I'm sure I'm expressing the sentiments of many of us present here, that the 2 young voters who spoke, they spoke so well, and they spoke for all of us, and they raised so many very relevant, very pressing issues, which is food for thought for all of us. The first girl mentioned about the proxy voting, and in a way she raised issues from both sides, very important aspects she raised, that from the voters' point of view also, why are some of the voters, I'm sure not all, but some are doing this, and also from our own administrative machinery, why are we also silent spectators or not stopping this. I don't want to comment more on it. I'm sure all of us will think about this. That's why I think I mentioned my relatives said they're very intelligent and very knowledgeable, and you have the energy. And the second girl also, I like what she said also, and that after 18 she was also looking forward to being a voter. So I'm sure in these elections both of you will be voting with your friends, and I'm happy to hear the hopeful note on which they ended their short speech, that though there are problems, but we are confident that we can make a difference, and all of us can make a difference. We have 13,17,632 voters in Nagaland, including 7,981 service voters. Our gender ratio in the voters list is 1,004. So that is, for every 1,000 male voters in the list, there are 1,004 female voters. So we have more female voters in our electoral list, which is of course a good thing, because the government also at all levels we want equal opportunities for both the genders. Elections are at the heart of any democratic system of governance. As we all know, in our country also, through the Constitution, we have adopted a democratic system of governance. The Election Commission and the entire election machinery in the state puts in considerable efforts to ensure a free and fair election, including by involvement of various enforcement agencies, state and central, police, excise, and from the central side, Income Tax, Enforcement Directorate, DRI, Narcotics Control Bureau. They have all been activated to see that in this election we can stop any illegal use of money or any other such inducement to the extent possible. This effort will be complete with the complementary efforts of a very alert and vigilant citizens and all stakeholders. So, in one of the previous speakers, it was mentioned about, I think the CEC mentioned in this, about the C-Vigil app. We have advertised also, Citizens Vigil. I hope you all know about it, where the citizen can actually take photographs and videos of anything which they feel. For example, only I'm saying if some money is being distributed or liquor is being distributed, so the citizens can actually take real-time photos and videos and upload, and our flying squads in the districts will immediately respond. I hope all of you, through your friends and colleagues and yourself, will also do that if you find something wrong, especially the first-time voters, the young voters. In Delhi, we interacted with the students studying there in Delhi. I was there, our joint CEO Sharon was there, and we asked the same question. They said, yes, we'll do it. And they asked, is it anonymous? Is our identity going to be revealed? So then we said, that option is there, we checked. So if you don't want to reveal your identity, that option is also there to give this information anonymously. One important thing I just want to share, please correct me if I'm wrong. Society in Nagaland is inherently democratic and gives space and voice to all sections of society, including the common man. In one of our interactions with the press, which was organized by the PIB just a few days back, I had said the same thing, and I had set the example where if you go to the village, I'm sure that spirit is still there. I'd heard this many years back, but in the village, if there is a discussion going on like this, all of us are sitting, even the poorest person in the village, if he is not very economically well off also, will have the right to stand up and express his view very confidently. So that kind of space and that kind of tradition is there in our society. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? It's there. So we all hope that this true spirit of democracy which is already there in our society, will manifest in the formal election process also. That is our hope. So let us see, all of us should collectively endeavor to ensure that the entire election process takes place in a peaceful atmosphere, without any violence of any kind. You agree with this also? There should be no violence, no fighting. It should be totally peaceful. So it depends on all of us together, isn't it? So I end with the hope by saying that we are hopeful of a happy National Voters' Day and also look forward to a free and fair and peaceful election in the true spirit of democracy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for reminding us the importance and essentials of our right to vote. Now we have launching of the song, May Bharat Ho.
আমি শক্তি ধরি শক্তি আমাতে मी भारत आहे भारत माझ्यात आहे मी ताकद आहे ताकद माझ्यात आहे मतदान मतदान करण्या जाऊ चला भारतासाठी भारतासाठी सत्यम भारत शिवम भारत
भक्ति भारत शक्ति भारत
रौनक बहारा गुलिस्तान भारत
हर जन का कल्याण भारत
मतदान मतदान देने जाएंगे भारत के लिए भारत के लिए
હું ભારત છું ભારત છે મુજમાં હું તાકત છું તાકત છે મુજમાં
मैं भारत हाँ भारत मेरे अंदर मैं ताकत हाँ ताकत मेरे अंदर
நான் பாரதம் பாரதம் என்னுள்ளே நான் சக்தியே சக்தி என்னுள்ளே
నేను భారతుడు దేశం ఉంది నాలో నేను బలవంతుణ్ణి బలముంది నాలో
ನಾ ಭಾರತ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಭಾರತ ನಾನು ಶಕ್ತಿ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಡಗಿದೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ
ഞാൻ ഭാരതം ഭാരതമെന്നുള്ളിൽ ഞാൻ ശക്തിയാണ് ശക്തിയുണ്ടെന്നുള്ളിൽ
মই ভাৰত ভাৰত আছে মোৰ মাজত মই শক্তি শক্তি আছে মোৰ প্ৰাণত
ମୋ ଭାରତ ମୋ ଭିତରେ ଭାରତ ମୋ ଶକ୍ତି ମୋ ଭିତରେ ଶକ୍ତି আমি ভোট দেବାକୁ ଯିବା ମୋ ଭାରତ ପାଇଁ ଭାରତ ପାଇଁ दुई भारत छुस भारत सुंदर मन आख ताकत छुस ताकत पुयागुन
इंजगे भारत इंज भितरे रे भारत में ना इंजगे दाळ हळ इंज भितरे रे दाळ में नहा
मैं भारत हूँ भारत है मुझ में मैं
earlier, our young boys, they couldn't perform well due to some technical issue. So we once again request, my vote is my future.
You have to go and get it. As you know, life is short, life is short. My goal is my future with a boy. We can make this world a better place. We can live in peace and harmony. Every people out there, every ever thought of what you're. Hey, let's not live in the past. Say people, you cannot, you can compete, you don't conquer. The dollar is stronger than a police, yeah. So when it's out of full of us is the power to change the world. Take a shit for the street, take it to the post. What is your right? Your voice, your duty. For the right person, we the leaders, not in love with money, but in love with justice, not in love with publicity, but in love with humanity. Someone struggle for a better tomorrow. It's not enough to just wait for change. Go and make a change. For voting, vote that you right, make the choice, A. The one A, better than the rich, yeah, better than. Success don't come and find you. You have to go and get it. As you know, life is short, life is short. Hey, if you die, so be happy with a smile. Vote for your right and vote for your people. You can't fix stupid, but you can vote it out. Prevent the time. It's not really a wise choice. Or it's like choosing a brand of shoes. Get to kick you in your boot. Yeah. Your vote, your voice, every vote counts. Talking shit for the street, take it to the post. A leader promised us to make a change for a future, but after they got elected, they act like we don't exist. That's the fact. The promise goes on and on, but they never make a change. I still shout and say, my vote is my future, my vote is my future. I still shout and say, my vote is my future, my vote is my future. I still shout and say, yeah. Success don't come and find you. You have to go and get it. As you know, life is short, life is short. Hey, everybody sees me as a different person, but one day I ain't gonna change the world. Hate me or love me, I ain't gonna change. My goal is my future, my goal is my future. I pray to God for a blessing and mercy for my loving Nagaland. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, for vote of thanks, I give this time to Srimati Sharon Longchari, NCS, Joint Chief Electoral Officer, Nagaland.
Thank you to our very elegant and charming compere, Ms. Iliho Kiho. Respected CEO Nagaland Sir, Shri V. Shashank Shekhar, IS. Our respected Additional CEO, Shri Rokovityo Heje. Respected Deputy Commissioner Kohima, Shri Shanavas C, IS. Special awardees, respected officials present, and representative from the various political parties, the NGOs, the villages, and ladies and gentlemen. Our earlier speakers have already spoken about the significance of the National Voters' Day in terms of its history, in terms of what it means and why we observe it today. But as mentioned earlier, we are on the verge of conducting elections in our own state very soon, and that is why the participation of all the stakeholders in today's National Voters' Day is that much more significant. So I want to start off by thanking all the people who have taken the time to be here today to celebrate the National Voters' Day along with the rest of the nation. Now when it comes to voting, I think that no better slogan encapsulates the importance of voting than "My vote, my future." And so I want to thank our two participants from Mount Herman Higher Secondary School, Mr. Niesang Hong and Mr. Vishito Basho, for that lovely performance. It takes a lot of courage to stand in front of a crowd and sing, and despite the technical difficulties, they came back and sang again so beautifully. So thank you to all the participants from Mount Herman Higher Secondary School. Also, we'd like to extend our gratitude to the other participants, particularly the first-time voters who came and spoke, as our CEO sir said, so eloquently, and also the Mr. Mukato Achumi representing the PWD voters. As we have seen from the message from the Chief Election Commissioner of India, the ECI makes efforts to facilitate the voting of all categories of people, particularly for the young voters and the PWD voters. And it was so lovely to have them have a presence here today in today's program, and for coming and speaking so eloquently. I don't know about you all, but it gives us a lot of hope when we hear first-time voters coming and speaking about their dreams, their aspirations, and their hopes for our future democracy. So thank you to our young participants. A very special thank you to the Tree Village Council representatives who are here today, from Chairman, Neoko Village Council, Tizami Village Council, and the Kirupemabasa Village Council. We want to thank them not only for their presence, but also spearheading the whole concept of villages for free and fair elections, which we hope that will not just be a concept for other people to look at, but will become a movement at large, even in the days and years to come. I would like to take the time to thank the IPR department and all the media personnel who are here today for the coverage of not only today's program, but the different election processes and the news related to elections that they have been covering, because the media continues to be a very important asset and tool for the government machinery to reach out to the masses, to the mass at large. And last but not least, let me extend our gratitude to the officers and the staff who have been working tirelessly behind the scene to organize and coordinate this entire program, which is not very easy. So thank you to all the staff and officers of the CEO's office who have brought all this together. And with that, I will conclude my short but heartfelt vote of thanks, and we hope that all of you will go as ambassadors to cast your votes and to work towards a free and fair elections. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, we shall end this event with our national anthem. Therefore, I would like to request the congregation to please stand on their feet as the national anthem is being played.